Let's have a technical deep dive into this one-off 72-foot ultimate performance catamaran called Komotion. If you haven't seen the full tour and owner's interview yet, have a look at that one first, by clicking the link in the description. This video is an experiment with a more in-depth look at the different technical systems on board. Let me know if you like this type of content and what can be improved. Let's dive right in. Komotion is a one-off Vellum 72 designed by Eric Jean and built by the Chantier Naval Scotto Yard in 2009. At 22 meters long and a beam of 11 meters 80, sees a huge platform and will stand out in any anchorage. The smooth lines of her hulls and unique pod design give her a very sleek look. With a total displacement of about 15 tons, she's light on her feet, and with her huge rig standing at 30 meters above the waterline, she carries a lot of sail. Her 155 square meter mainsail takes 12 minutes to raise with the manual winches. Combined with an 80 square meter jib on a furler is her standard upwind sail setup. For downwind sailing, there's a 250 square meter frictional spinnaker and a massive 350 square meter masthead spinnaker. When the weather gets a bit spicy, there's a 48 square meter staysail to keep everything under control. The hulls are built using a strip planking method and finished off with glass fiber. They're divided into multiple watertight compartments. The actual living space is only between the beams, and this is to keep the weight centered and the boat light. The beams and spars are built in carbon composite, and the pod is a completely separate and non-structural part of the boat, and built in foam core and glass fiber. The pod is home to the galley, dinette and nav station. Komotion carries 975 liters of fuel in total and is powered by two Yanmar 75 diesel engines. Her water capacity is 375 liters, but she's equipped with a water maker in each hull. There's a 5 kilowatt Kohler generator on board, but since switching to a lithium battery system and adding more solar panels, it hardly gets any runtime. Komotion underwent an extensive refit in 2018 before being put up for sale and being snatched up by Mike and his family. They were able to think outside of the box and have made this ultimate performance boat into a family cruiser. Let's have a walk around to have a look at all the systems on board.
So we got an 80 meter jib here. And then the mainsail, which is now actually there because they're looking for a new one. So if you know a new mainsail that would fit this amazing boat. What did you say, like a TP52?
No, the gunboat 62 is about...
A gunboat 62. If you have an old mainsail from a gunboat 62, let us know because they are in need for a new one. That's about 170 square meters. So yeah, it takes about 15 minutes to take it up with the two of them taking turns by hand. It's a big one, so it goes all the way up. Then here they have the removable furler where they fly the staysail from, and also looking for a storm jib to fly from it, because even in if it's blowing like 30-35 knots and they're only having the staysail up, it's already going too quickly, so they want to have a smaller version for that one. Here you'll see a Spade S160 probably. All the hardware on the boat is either Antal or Ronstam. So we got loads of huge, nice blocks going on here everywhere to guide all the lines. We're using a lot of soft shackles to connect everything to the boat. And more he's changing out stuff to low friction rings because they're safer to use, they handle the loads well, and they're smaller. So you see like the size of these blocks on this boat are incredible. You see here the rigging. It's synthetic rigging. Goes all the way up. Yeah, and here again you can see the size of the chain plates. That's my hand for size. They're huge. These tensioners are incredibly big. I think those are the biggest ones I've ever seen. Yeah, the rigging itself is like, well, it's big. Here we have a lot of the sail controls going on. So we got the nice, huge Anderson winches. We got some big ones here. We got some sheet deflectors, all from Amtal. We got some stoppers there. We got the winches here. We got the double winch handle to get the main up, and you can see like the main track all the way there. You see like the main track system that goes all the way up. you see like the boom. It's like a, you can see the lazy jacks, or the lazy jack system is built into like the sail cover, so the sail drops into there. We got full carbon steering wheels. They just replaced the hubs because they were aluminium and they were corroding with the carbon fiber. Yeah, here on the back we see like the main sheet system. There's also an interesting way of doing it here with like the lashings and the, well, it's almost like a flying block that you got there in the middle.
Yeah, exactly.
You added that one to create extra purchase, or like?
It was actually there when I bought the boat.
Yeah.
I just added this lashing just as a backup, really. You know, if these lashings fail, then it's still captive.
Still
I
captive.
did the same sort of thing on the runner blocks. I just put a soft shackle through.
Yeah.
So if this lashing fails,
It will still
or even
contained.
if the block itself fails, the soft shackle will basically.
That's a very smart idea, I think.
On
Yeah.
I'm going to do the same thing with all my mast-based blocks.
Yeah.
Just put a bit of Dyneema through them.
That's a very smart idea.
If something fails, then it doesn't fly across
Yeah.
the boat. It just
Yeah.
stays
Yeah.
put.
Yeah, and here we have the rudders, and they're both connected. Go all the way to the other side. Ah, they're using like a sail track to
Yeah.
guide them, or like to
Just to take the weight of the.
take the weight off. Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, this is something I would actually change.
Yeah.
If I can find like an old bit of carbon tube, like a windsurfer mast or something,
Yeah.
splice two of them together, because it's quite heavy. The steering's pretty good. Like
It's aluminium, this, or is it?
it's aluminium. Yeah.
yeah.
When the boat's sat for a while, dust settles in here and
Yeah.
it falls. So before I go sailing, every time I rinse it all out.
And you clean it out with fresh
It's
water.
amazing
Yeah.
the different sprays, because the steering is it's all through drive shafts and gearboxes. There are no cables.
So it's quite heavy. Yeah.
No, it's
Oh, no, it's light, yeah.
It's pretty light. I mean,
Oh yeah.
you know, it's
Yeah.
dirty now.
Yeah.
The trucks are dirty.
Yeah.
But it's once the boat's moving
Yeah.
and everything's been rinsed,
Then it runs very nice. Yeah.
and it's really direct. Like there's
Yeah.
almost no plane. So literally,
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah. It's there. Yeah.
and the pilot motors are actually built into the gearboxes.
Yeah.
So it's the system made by Jeffer.
Yeah.
Where's Jeffer from? Not sure. It's a Scandinavian company, and yeah, it's really good gear.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Got a nice barbecue set up here.
Yeah.
That's
I
important.
had to get another one because the boat that I'm working on has claimed the.
They claimed the other one. Oh no.
I took it along.
And I think you built those yourself, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You did. It's still
Yeah.
a work in progress, but
Well,
they're getting
I'm
there.
trying a couple of things.
Yeah.
This was Mark 1 of the turning block.
Yeah.
This is
This is Mark 2.
Mark 2.
We're gonna go Dyneema soft shackles again.
And
yeah.
I think I'm gonna go for something else.
Yeah. It's gotta be a Mark 3.
And but the davits themselves are great.
Yeah.
They're super strong.
Yeah, look good.
They carbon with plywood outer skins, so it just makes it a bit easier to to finish them. And yeah, super strong. I mean, no worries there. But yeah, I've yet to fair and paint them because
Yeah.
I wasn't quite sure whether they were going to snap off at some point. So
Yeah.
before I put in the effort,
before you put in the
let me-
effort,
let me
just
see if
test them out first. Yeah.
yeah,
Cool.
no, they've worked well.
Then inside here we have the navigation desk. So it's all a bit older because the boat is 14 years old. But we have like a nice area with the Raymarine controls. We got like the AC panel. We got a 12-volt system. We got all the gauges here, and we have like a cool view outside, like around.
The last few videos have gathered a lot of new viewers. I'm very grateful for that, and it helps me put more time into publishing more interviews and boat tours. A lot of you haven't subscribed yet, so please hit the subscribe button if you like this type of content, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever a new video is live. Also share the videos you like with your friends or on social media/forums. This really helps to support the channel.
Here you see the water maker running. So they even got a water maker in each hull. So both of the hulls have a water maker in it. But now they're actually only using one. The other one is out of service. So we can see in here. Let me see. See the water maker on the left side. We see a lot of storage space inside of here again. In the back here we actually have the lithium batteries. Let me go in. In the back here we have the lithium setup. So it's 560 amp hour consisting of 280 amp hour cells. They're EVE cells. And it's going to like a Victron inverter. And we got the washing machine under here. Here you see the big water maker. And you see just the incredible amount of storage space that is in here. This boat actually has more storage space than living area. I don't think you will see that on a lot of boats, but yeah, it's very cool to see. We're here, we have the generator. It's a 5 kilowatt AC one, so that puts out a lot of power to the system, but they're not actually using it that much because they have the solar and the lithium batteries. Here on the side we have the diesel filter for it, water intake, exhaust hoses, and this is where the dagger board lives in. So it's quite spacious in here. You can see all the way forwards. We got all the toys for the kids. We got like surfboards, we got everything here. We got some lines, we got some dive gear. So this is like all the way forward, and then from there on there's still even more room forwards into the hull. But the living area is actually backwards from there. So you can see this boat is very special in that actually like from the 20-meter hulls, only a small part of it is actually used.
So that's a technical tour of Komotion. Please let me know if you like these type of videos as extra content. If you have any tips or questions, let me know in the comments.